Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So in this video, I want to share with you guys one of the main reasons why 90% of traders lose money, all right? So first of all, this is not my opinion, okay? It's a fact. Most people lose money in trading, and there are very specific reasons of why that is. So in this video, I want to explain you guys these reasons, and I want you to actually be aware of them so that you can know what mistakes you need to avoid making, and that in itself will help you to get much better results in your trading. So just before that we start, as always guys, feel free to drop a like on the video, especially if you appreciate the view that I have here on the rooftop, and make sure as well that you are subscribed to the channel if it's not already done. And let's just get right into it. So one of the main mistakes that people do when it comes to trading is simply that they don't wait for a proper confirmation of a trade idea that they have, right? Now, when a market goes down, right? So at the time of recording this video, we have the stock market that is in a correction. Same thing for cryptos and stuff like that. When the market goes down, right, most people will just buy and buy and buy, right, as they think that it's going to go back up, right? Now, the problem is that people buy far too much in comparison to what they can actually afford to lose. And so if it actually keeps dropping more, they will have to liquidate their position and actually close their losses, right? Now, that is one of the biggest problems because, of course, when it comes, let's say, to the stock market, right, over the last, more than 100 years actually, right, the stock market has been going up over the long term in a steady uptrend, right? Now, if someone actually invests their money when it actually goes down, and if they are very, very patient, right, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, right, then at the end, right, they will most likely come out with a profit, right? Now, as I said, the problem is that people invest too much money in comparison to what they can actually afford to lose. When I say afford to lose, by the way, it's not just financially, but it's also emotionally, right? So they invest too much money, it goes down, they actually close their trade because they are afraid, right? They are stressed and stuff like that. And then when it goes back up, maybe a couple of weeks, months, or years later, right? Well, they are out of the market and they just have losses in their pocket, right? Now, instead of doing this, right, there are essentially two main options. The first option is, as I said, if you actually invest small portions of your money every single time on a, let's say monthly basis or annual basis or something like this, and then you do it for the very, very, very long term, this could definitely work, all right? So that's more for investing over the long term. But if we talk about trading, right, what you have to do in order to get better results in a situation like this is to actually wait for proper confirmation, right? So let's say that you get a fundamental trade idea, right? Then after that, what you want to do is use technical analysis as a timing function of the fundamental idea and place the trade, right? Now, the problem is that most people don't wait for these confirmation and they just try to buy it as low as possible. The problem with doing this is simply that when a market goes down, it's really hard to know when it's going to stop to go down, right? And even if you have some technical reasons, right, let's say you have a support, you have a Fibonacci, you have a moving average and stuff like that, it's most likely just going to keep going down if the fundamental narrative is to the downside at the time being, right? So instead of trying to catch a falling knife, right, that's what we call it, instead of trying to catch a knife that just keeps going down and down and down and down, what is much better to do is to wait for the market to stabilize, wait for a reversal pattern, and then get into the trade, right? That's essentially how I go myself about it, right? Let's say that I'm looking at a massive correction in the making. Instead of trying to buy it as low as possible, what I do is that I wait for a reversal. I wait for, let's say, an uptrend to begin, and then I will get into this trend and I will ride the move until it's over, okay? So it's not that complicated, guys. You just need to wait for proper confirmation, right? And you need to know essentially, right, how to actually do a fundamental analysis and how to do a proper technical analysis, right? And it's most of the time not what you're going to see on YouTube, right? Because keep in mind, guys, as I said, right, and that's the title of the video, 90% of traders lose money, right? So if you trade like most people, if you trade like everyone that you see online, of course that you're going to lose money and that it's not going to work, right? So you have to keep things logical and you have to actually find a process that makes sense and that professional traders use, right? So that's essentially the main point here that you have to keep in mind. And I'm telling you guys, right, if you look at your trading, I'm pretty sure that some of you have already made this mistake, and you can probably relate on actually losing money with this, right? And it's the same thing for me, guys. You know, I'm not pointing fingers at you. I've made all of the mistakes possible myself, right? So I know very well what I'm talking about because I've been through this as well, and I know how to actually improve from this point, right? So that is really, really important. And then, as I said, right, the other point that kind of goes along with this, which I already mentioned, but you just have to use a risk management that you are okay with in terms of your emotions, right? Even if in terms of percentage, it doesn't look too bad, right? Let's say you risk, I don't know, like 3% on your account, right? Even if it's a bit more aggressive, right? It's not bad, right? It can be done. The problem is that if you risk 3%, let's say on $100,000, right, and you're not ready emotionally to take a $3,000 loss, then it's not going to work because you will panic, you will be stressed and stuff like that, and then you will trade with your emotions and not by following your rules. So it's always about kind of understanding this whole environment, right, in which you are in and how it comes to actually taking a trade and why you are taking this trade in the first place, right? Most people take trades and they don't really exactly understand why they're doing it, right? They don't really have a process, they don't really have a plan. It's just kind of random most of the time, right? And that's the problem, you know, like you're not going to make money, guys, in financial markets with such a, let's say, beginner attitude, right? If you want to make money in this, right, I'm talking big money, right? Multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars, multiple millions, right? Tens of millions of dollars. If you want to get to this big level, right, in the industry, which is possible, well, you have to do things in the right way, right? And that means that you have to learn a systematic process that every single professional trader use, because most of the time, right, when you go into these hedge funds, these investment banks, right, they all trade the same. And the reason why I know this is simply because I've had multiple different mentors in different hedge funds, different banks, right, and they all told me essentially the same thing, right? It's all the same process, right? And again, I just explained you guys the process: fundamental analysis, technical analysis, timing both of them together, right? And that's how you get a probable trade, and then you need to manage your risk up on all of this, right? Essentially, that's the idea. Now, how to actually do these things? Well, you just need to learn how to actually go about them properly, right? So how to do a macro analysis, right, of the economy and stuff like that, and how to do a proper technical analysis, so waiting for trends, waiting for big levels to break and stuff like that, okay? Now, that is exactly what I cover in our coaching program. So if you really want to learn this, if you are serious about it, right, you guys can actually go directly on the website, or if you want, you can book a free coaching call with me. The link, both of these links are always in the description box below, and I can help you with this, right? But I'm not the only source of information online, right? My point here is simply that you have to actually use an objective point of view, right, and really try to understand, okay, how to actually trade properly, like any professional, like any hedge fund, right? And that's how you will get much better results in your trading. And as I said, waiting for confirmation, not chasing a market down, and actually using a good risk management. So all of these things combined, right, when you put them together, it will give you, well, a lot of improvement in your trading. Sorry guys, that's essentially the message that I wanted to share with you. And again, right, if you need help with this, if you want to work with me directly, right, check out these two links in the description down below, right? It will be a pleasure to help you. I've been trading, you know, for 7 years, right, and doing it full time for 3 years. So I think I have a lot of experience when it comes to trading, and I've also been coaching people how to trade for multiple years. So if you are serious about it, right, well, let's actually work together, right? Let me help you with this, and we can make it happen, right? I know it sounds very, you know, cliche, right? But that's just the truth, you know? As long as someone puts in the work, right, and as long as they are willing to learn and willing to adapt, then there is no reason really for this person to not become profitable. So guys, that's the idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that this was helpful and kind of a wake-up call, because unfortunately I see so many people losing money right now, and it's a bit sad, honestly, you know, because a lot of these people could avoid losing money if they would actually just do it properly, right, and just manage the risk, okay? So share this video with someone that probably needs it, right? Someone that needs to hear this message. And don't forget to leave a like, as I said, if you enjoyed the video. So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.